In a recent video, we talked about countries that are on our short list for a second residency visa, and Mexico was at the top of that list, and we honestly thought that we would qualify for a visa there, but after we talked to an immigration attorney, we realized we might not actually qualify for some personal reasons and some bad tax advice that we got years ago. So in this video, we're going to talk about why Mexico may not work for everyone, including us, and how it can shatter your dreams of moving there because of the visa requirements.
Those darn visa requirements. Actually, we're pretty upset about it. But before we go through all of that, if you're new to our channel, we're Amelia and JP, and we can help you fast track your move abroad, whether you want to expat in one country or slow travel for a while.
All right, let's talk first about why Mexico was so appealing to us. There's so many reasons. It's a beautiful country. We've been there a lot over the last 25 years to lots of different places. We love Mexico, and it's got so much going for it, including how close it is to the US.
Yes, that is really important to us because we definitely want to be closer to our families as they're getting older. We need to make sure we are more accessible.
Yeah, they have affordable health care. They have great food, amazing culture. We love all of the traditions. Easy flight connections to multiple places in the U.S.
and around the world.
And around the world. Established expat community, so it's an easy place to land if you're an American. And it's really just a great option for a long-term stay.
It is, especially because the country, as you said, is so big. It's so diverse. You are definitely going to be able to find a place that will work for you.
All right, so now let's talk about the residency reality check.
That was a bit painful.
Yeah, the visa requirements, I mean, we kind of knew what they were. We were pretty familiar with the requirements and thought that we would qualify, but what the requirements that they have for you to meet the requirements are where we may not qualify.
Right. When we made an appointment and had a conversation with a immigration specialist that helped explain all of this stuff to us, and it's straightforward if you're one person or if you're retired, but for our particular situation, there's some gray area there.
Yeah, so to start, I'm 54, Amelia's 57. We are years away from retirement. A lot of people are like, well, when did you retire? Do you get your Social Security? How do you handle Medicare abroad? We don't get any of that.
No. That's not what we do.
Yeah, and which also means that we don't qualify for a pension visa or a retiree visa because we don't have pension income. We're not retired. We still work.
Right.
We earn a living as a working couple.
Yes. And so our plan was to apply for their temporary residency visa because they have changed the rules. And so now you need to be retired to apply for that permanent residency visa as well. Although we wouldn't have qualified for that, but
yeah. So we thought we would qualify for the savings route because we have savings that we thought we could use, but there are requirements for that. The first is if you have a joint account, which we do, they require double the savings. You can't qualify on the stated amount. You need double that if there are two of you have a joint account with both of your names on it.
And they said now, depending on the consulate you go to, that they may no longer let you use your investment income, or your investment accounts to qualify. And that is new because I thought we could do it with our investments. I'm like, okay, so we'll be fine because we've got this here and this there, but no.
Yeah, and you can't use a retirement account regardless if you're not retired.
Right. You have to be able to withdraw those funds and live on them.
Yeah, so most of our money is in retirement accounts, IRAs and stuff. So this is where the bad tax advice came in, is that years ago when we were living in Ecuador, my accountant in Denver told us that we did not qualify for the foreign earned income exclusion. So I maxed out our IRAs. I had a SEP IRA for the business, and we just put as much money as we could afford into those. So now those are locked up. All that money that we put in is locked up, and we didn't actually need to do that because we didn't need to reduce our taxable income because of the income exclusion.
Yes, had we known that, we would have done things differently.
Yeah, so now all of that money we could use to qualify for the savings in Mexico is locked up and now ineligible, which is kind of frustrating.
It is. And part of our frustration too is had we done this sooner, this probably would have been easier, but who knows?
Had we done it years ago, it would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, especially because they changed the income requirements so dramatically over the last few years.
Yeah, that's a good segue into the next obstacle for us, and that is the income route, which we thought we might be able to do if the savings didn't work. So most of our income is from self-employment. It comes from our YouTube business and all the move abroad services that we offer, and the travel club, our new Turtle Travel Club. Is most of our income comes from that. It doesn't come from Amelia's part-time job.
No.
That's icing on the cake for us. And it's nice. She likes doing that.
I do. I like my job.
Yeah, so but Mexico really wants a W-2 or a 1099 to prove that you are employed, gainfully employed, and it's kind of questionable whether they would accept our self-employment income, because you cannot transfer money from one account to another to qualify for the income requirement, which is essentially what we're doing. We're transferring money each month from our business account to our personal account. We're not 1099 employees because we're an LLC and there's rules around how you treat yourself as an owner. So I'm not convinced they would accept that income.
And the only way for us to find out is to go through the process.
Yeah. So, and which is expensive and time consuming.
Right.
And we have to go back to the US to do that.
Yes.
So I feel like there's like maybe a 50-50, maybe not even 50-50 chance that they'll accept that.
Yeah, it's not something we want to spend all the time doing and then find out, well, we have to reapply, or it's just we have to do something different or wait and then do it over again, like you said, we're just not in the US very much.
Yeah. So which brings us to the next issue, is that even if they do accept our self-employment income, we don't make enough for both of us to apply with their new, like, basically you need over $4,500 each per month. So we don't make that much.
No.
So we're not going to qualify individually. Now we could do where one of us applies and then the other becomes a dependent, but we don't want to do that. That's what we have in Ecuador. I'm the primary in Ecuador. Amelia is the dependent. If something happens to me, I die or whatever, then she has to start over. She doesn't get to keep her permanent residency.
No, I don't. They changed the laws after that for Ecuador, but unfortunately I'm grandfathered into the old one, so I would have to either leave the country or start over with a temporary visa.
Yeah, so we don't want to do the same thing again in Mexico.
No.
We don't want to have one of us as a dependent. You know, we're getting older. You never know what could happen, and we want to make sure the other doesn't have to leave their home.
Absolutely.
After like something bad happens to the other.
Yes, that would be awful.
Yeah, so it's not really an option. So even if they do take the income route, it wouldn't work for us. We really thought the savings route would work.
Right. Yeah, and it's not like we need this residency visa. So I don't want to try to force something to fit, because we already have Ecuador and we have other countries that are options, but we were really excited about Mexico.
I know, we were, because it was really second. It was actually first on our list when we were looking at moving abroad in 2017, and then we chose Ecuador for a variety of reasons that we talked about in a previous video, multiple videos. But yeah, and we're still glad that we chose Ecuador, but it was kind of a dream to have residency in Mexico too.
Yes.
So
we don't have to give up, but we just have to postpone it.
Yeah, so here's the bigger realization, I guess, is that visas, even though we're in the visa world and we talk about them all the time, they're so complicated with their individual requirements and the nuances that it's even more important that you have somebody who knows this stuff help you.
It absolutely is. I mean, some countries are really easy and straightforward, like Panama's Pensionado visa, but you still need to have somebody that can help you with all of the rules and the translations, and then going to the government offices and applying, and it's hard. And then some countries are just very complicated.
They are. So Amelia, this is another good segue to mention our new expert referral network.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we have been working tirelessly to add members to our expert referral network, where we can help you find immigration attorneys or other service providers that you need. And we started this in Ecuador years ago. I mean, we had people in our referral network then years ago. Since we've been traveling over the past few years, we've been meeting with immigration attorneys in different countries around the world, and we're bringing all of them into one central spot. And we've vetted them and we trust them, and they really know what they're doing, and you can get connected with them through our website.
Yep, it's a great option if you need some expert guidance. And like JP said, I don't know if I'd use the word tirelessly, but I have worked very hard and diligently on meeting with the different experts and really getting to know them and building up that rapport and that comfort level so that we feel comfortable recommending them to you.
Yeah, so just go to ameliaandjp.com/experts or scan this QR code and look through our index. It's pretty small to start right now, but we are working to add more people to that every single day.
Yes, I'd rather take my time and get the right people into place than just have a whole bunch of stuff on our site.
Yeah. All right, Amelia, so back to Mexico. How does it make you feel that we don't qualify?
Well, like I said, I was really disappointed. We already had this whole dream in our heads, and this is exactly the same stuff we tell other people not to do, and we did it ourselves.
Yeah.
We should have really been more, I guess we should have started sooner by asking the questions instead of just making these assumptions.
That's a really good lesson. We've been saying that for years. Start sooner and make sure you qualify for the visa before you set your sights on a place.
Yes. I mean, I know we can still go there, of course, and we can use it for our slow travel strategy, and that works well, but it's not the same as actually being able to get that residency.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does this mean for us going forward? I think the biggest lesson is to stop maxing out our IRAs. We're getting close to retirement age, and I don't really like having all of that money locked up in an account that I can't get access to.
Yeah, we need to have a little bit more diversity, I think.
Especially, it doesn't really benefit us that much to do those, because I mean, I'd rather have that money in a more liquid account, and we don't need the tax deduction for that. So,
right. I mean, the nice thing is that I can start using that money earlier. I think you can access that when you're
59 and a half.
Yes. So we don't have to wait that long. And also we could hopefully make some more money.
Yeah, I know. That would be nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so keep watching our videos.
But I think also this is a really good reminder that you need to have a couple different options, because it's not even that Mexico is actually, I guess they're being a little bit more particular about the way they interpret the law, but countries change their laws all the time. So you could have your heart set on going to Panama or Costa Rica or France or wherever, and then by the time you're ready to apply, they may have new rules. And this happened in Portugal, and it's really impacted a lot of people.
It has.
So it's always good to have a couple different options.
Yeah, so speaking of that, I think the number 2 on that list of the short list was Costa Rica.
Yes.
So, hi, Costa Rica. We're looking forward to meeting you soon.
Yeah, we'll be heading your way. You're going to go and do some investigation.
Yeah, we also have Albania on that list. So, and
Malta.
And Malta, but that's kind of pricey after digging into that more. I'm not sure that that's in our budget at the moment for the visa process.
It is more of a commitment.
Yeah.
However, the digital nomad visa is a nice option just to take it for a good test drive for a year to make sure we want to live there. Because it is an island, so the lifestyle there is a bit different.
Yeah. So I guess the broader lesson to learn from us is that don't assume that residency is going to be easy or that you qualify just because you look good on paper.
Right.
Because we look good on paper, but it's not the papers that Mexico wants, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, and start researching your residency requirements very early, and don't wait to talk to a professional. Don't trust all the information you see online in blogs. That some of them are just outdated or maybe not positioned correctly, or they just isn't valid anymore.
Right. And have a couple options in mind, because you never know when something's going to change.
Yeah.
Because they change.
And also check how your assets and your income are structured, and make sure that if you're going to use something for a visa qualification, that it's actually structured correctly so that you can use it.
Yeah. And this can even be for your pension and Social Security too, because some countries won't let you combine income. We get that question every once in a while, and some countries will not let you combine income from other sources. So you really do need to pay attention to all of that.
Yeah, so many rules. I just wish there was a standard.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be so nice. So we still love Mexico. In fact, we're going there again in November.
Yeah.
October, November. We're planning on staying for like 3 months in Mexico this next time. Yeah. So we're gonna spend some time there. We still love it.
Yeah, as slow travelers, we can do that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, every country has the right to set their own visa requirements, whether we agree with them or not.
Yes.
So it's their right, their prerogative to do that, but we want to make sure you guys are familiar with this so that you don't have any surprises during this process.
Yes, you don't get your heart broken.
I
Like we
know.
were both pretty disappointed.
And visas, they just seem to be getting more challenging.
They do.
It's very frustrating. So, all right, guys, we would love to hear from you in the comments. Are you disappointed that you can't move to Mexico? Because we hear that a lot because their income requirements are so high now. Or if you have any other thoughts on this, we appreciate hearing from you.
Yep, we always do. And we'd also appreciate a like. So leave us a like, please.
Yes, and be sure to check out our expert referral network at amelianjp.com/experts. And those likes are nice and they help the channel.
They do.
So we appreciate that. All right, guys, we will see you all in our next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.